Welcome to Place Value Lesson 3. Number Sense, you're going to read and write numbers into the millions. After today's lesson, you will be able to read and write numbers in standard form, expanded form, and written form to the millions place. The vocabulary you need to know is digit, value, expanded form, standard form, and written form. Here we have a place value chart. If you recall, this is the ones period, this is the thousands period, and then the purple area is the millions period. Each period has 3 places in it, the ones, the tens, and the hundreds, and it repeats. This is the 1,000s, 10,000s, 100,000s, now the 1 millions, 10 millions, and 100 millions. Also, you recall, the commas are used to separate the periods. So when you're reading a number, when you come to the comma, you need to read the end or say the end of that period. For example, I notice that there are 2 commas in the following number. This is the ones period, the thousands, and now I'm in the millions. The 5 is in the 1 millions place. So I'm going to read 5,361,294. If we look at this number and we take it apart, so we can see expanded form, we take the 5, it's in the millions place, so we represent its value at 5 million. Then we go to the next area, it's in the 100,000s place. So the 100,000s comes down. Do you see how the 100,000s, whoops, didn't want to move that, how the 100,000s fits right underneath the 5 million. Then we have adding in, we're running out of room here, 60,000 because the 6 is in the 10,000s place. Each time you represent a number up in the place value chart and you need to write it in expanded form, you have to save the rest of the place values. For example, this 1,000, if I grab a pen and I write a 1 in the 1,000s place, I have to represent each digit, has to represent each place afterwards. So now you have 1,000. Then if we pull down the 2, we have 200. So the 2 would go, let me erase this. Now we're representing the 2 in the hundreds place. So we have a 2 in the hundreds place, and then you have to fill in with zeros the placeholders on the rest of the place value. Now we have the 9 in the tens place, and then we have a 4 in the ones place. These guys aren't supposed to be coming apart here. And once you're done with your expanded form, you always put a plus sign in between them because you are adding them all together. We took them apart. We started with them together and we pulled them apart. And then in written form, you are going to use the words. And the words are going to say exactly how we talk. So we have 5 million, comma, 361,000, comma, 294. You have to excuse my typing. So how you read it is exactly like we write it in standard form. 5,361,294. Okay, let's go on the next page. This page also has 2 commas, which means the first number is being read into the millions place, and then we have the 108 is going to be in the thousands period, and then we have 532 is in the ones period. So if I read it across, starting at the millions, 3,108,532. Now if I look at this in expanded form, once again, we are able to take this number apart. So we should have 3 million plus The 1 is in the 100,000s, so the next number should be 100,000 Do we have any 10,000s? We don't, but I went ahead and made a form so it would hold the place. You need to hold the place. Otherwise, your digits end up in the wrong place value. Then the next number that we have is an 8 in the thousands. So this should be 8,000 plus a 5 in the hundreds is 500 plus a 3 in the tens is 30 plus a 2 in the ones is 2. So if we go and add all these guys together, 3 million plus 100,000 plus 8,000 plus 500 plus 30 plus 2. Here's another one in standard form. Let's read it from left to right. You say it first, and then I'll read it, and you're going to double check how you read it. Go. You should have said 8,672,843. Okay, let's go check our expanded form. I'm going to pull this down farther. We're going to ignore the written form. Okay, there's an 8 in the millions place. So the first number that we should write would be 8 million. And I went ahead and typed it up, so hopefully this would move along a little faster for you. Then the 6 is in the hundred thousands place. So we should have 600,000s. 600,000. The 7 is in the 10,000s place. So we've got 70,000. The 2 is in the thousands place. So if you have 2 of those, you have 2,000 plus an 8 in the hundreds place gives us 800 plus a 4 in the tens place is 40 plus a 3 in the ones place is 1. So if we add these together, we've got 8 million plus 600,000 plus 70,000 plus 2,000 plus 800 plus 40 plus 3. After today's lesson, you are able to read and write numbers in standard form, expanded form, and written form to the millions place.